You are loving awareness, the most high frequency. That is the strongest frequency that we can get on in these current times. And this, to get into that paradigm overall, is the most important aspect of your self development that you're possibly going to get into, right? Because the more I start to really attune to that, the more I am becoming loving awareness, the better my life gets, right? The more wholesome I feel, the more safe within myself that I feel, the more that I trust myself. And that really is the whole purpose of being in a state of constant loving awareness, right? And how do we get to that state of loving awareness? How we get there is through self-love, is through seeing the life that we have through the heart and experience in which that we are currently in, right? Wherever we're at in life, it is imperative for us to attune to our attentional systems to attend to our intention, right? Of cultivating a wider, broader space of loving awareness, right? That's the most important aspect of really, and this is my opinion anyways, of human development, right? The more that I'm starting to see overall the benefits of how deep is my love, the benefits of how deep my love is, excuse me, the better things start to get in my life. The more I switch from doing to being more, right? Instead of just always having to do all these things and try to do this to become this person. Like, no, why don't I just be who I am? Why don't I just be from my heart? Why don't I just be from love, right? Like, that is the most high frequency that is within us, right? The kingdom of heaven that is within us. You understand? And a lot of the scriptures, they talk about, as excuse me, on earth as it is in heaven. It's from within as without, as within as without. That's what we are building and cultivating through the space of loving awareness, the most high frequency, right? What is the most high? The most high frequency, right? That lies within us, that expands and broadens our horizons and opens our hearts to the loving awareness and what it is that surrounds us, right? That's within us, and that also is what is without us. You know what I'm saying? And the more that I'm continuing to step into this divine nature, the more that I'm starting to unpack and understand who I really am. Understand who I really am and who I really am not. You know what I'm saying? And the more that I can continue to keep growing upon that and growing into those principles, the more that my life continues to keep developing in ways that I've never truly knew were possible. I knew it was possible, but I didn't know they were possible. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know you know what I'm saying. And the more that I, like, comment, subscribe to, if this is something that you're interested in, and I'd love to also hear your comments in the box down below. The more that we can continue to keep expanding upon the most high frequency that is loving awareness, that in turn opens our hearts and opens our way of living, right, to a whole different paradigm that we've never really been used to, right? We've never seen it this deep because it's so unseen, right? We're always so used to seeing what we can see with just our eyes, but then we like open our bodhicitta, which is our, in Buddhism that means awakening heart mind. We open that, right? We open the mind side of God's eye, and then we're able to really start feeling and experiencing and growing and blossoming and understanding, and that wisdom heart just starts to glow more, right? As we continue to keep nourishing that each and every single day, and we continue to keep growing into that will allow for us to really start healing ourselves, right? Because you are the ultimate prize for yourself. You are the ultimate sacrifice for yourself to get there, realistically, right? Your old thoughts, habits, tendencies, conditioning, it's for you to make that decision. It's your universe, universe. It's yours. It doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to your mom. It belongs to you. Your loving awareness is yours. How you experience love is your awareness. Do you understand what I'm saying? The more that we can continue to keep growing upon that and flowing and growing and moving and grooving through that, the better life is going to continue to keep getting. The more we were just going to allow for the human psyche and the bodhicitta to just unfold the way it naturally is meant to unfold without grasping to an emotional, charge to reality developing, right? Reality changing, right? Because if we're just grasping here, trying to control by doing, then we're going to be so attached to reality changing and trying to make it happen just by doing it. And that's not enough. It's not enough for us to do that. We have to continue to keep allowing ourselves to go deeper within ourselves, deeper into our experience, deeper into our childhood, deeper into our understanding, deeper into our wisdom through our experience. It's not mine, it's yours. Understand? And the more that we can continue to keep seeing it from that perspective, right? The perspective will just keep growing in awareness. And then the more aware you become of your awareness, and then the more that awareness becomes more of a greater awareness and a greater intelligence, and the more we can really tap in. This is the Jedi Council. Young Black Jedi right here, right now. And all my other Jedis here too, with us. May the Force be with you. And I hope that everything is going well in your life, and I hope things that are grooving and moving and you're doing it, and we can continue to keep flowing in the state of life itself, and like flowing down the lazy river, and just allowing ourselves to open our awareness to something that is far greater than what we can see with just our two eyes, right? Because we've just been so programmed by society and conditioned by it to believe that what we see is what we do, but that's not always the case. How we feel is how we be, right? That's really what I'm starting to come to the understanding of, the more that we can continue to grow along this journey of human development. It's the true path of love and understanding that everything is God. All what I'm encompassed in right here is God, right? From the tips of my toes all the way to this big sprouting oak tree. Like it's all one symbol. It's all one organism. It's all one love. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the more that we can continue to open this space through meditation's a great way, right? We sit and start focusing more center line. We start retaining our essence. We start bringing our energy up. We start bringing our personality up. We start feeling ourselves deeper. We start dancing and moving and breathing and doing yoga and doing these things that really, or lifting weights, whatever that you do. I do yoga, and so I do a lot of breath works and that kind of stuff. So that's where I go. But there's plenty of avenues, and we start feeling ourselves deeper, right? We just have to really start understanding the mental, physical, and spiritual planes of existence. That will allow for us to really attune to the paradigm that is around and as within and as without. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the more that we can continue to keep growing into that and watering that seed, the more it starts to blossom. And that's what I'm starting to experience each and every single day, with the job that I'm working and having to work in the healthcare industry, and not even having to, let me change that. Being able to work in the healthcare industry. It's quite the emotional feel to it. You really have to take care of your emotional state. And the more that we unpack that, the more we start to open our emotional intelligence through our loving awareness. And that allows for us to really feel what's going on and flow into the depths of each crevice and each coastline and each highway and each tree and each blade of grass and each cat and each dog. Everything. It's all one unification of God himself. Or I don't even know if it's himself. It's just an impersonal energy. So me saying him is just, it's what I was taught. A man in the sky. Don't know. I don't think that's true. And I'm pretty sure most of you don't either. So the more we can really start to connect with loving awareness, you are loving awareness. Just remember that. You are the most high frequency. Don't forget that. Allow yourself the patience to grow in that capacity and watch what's going to continue to happen in your life. Right? I'm with you here, with you right here, right now. I'm not going anywhere. And we're going to continue to keep growing and flourishing, and allowing for these seeds to really be nourished, right? Through each and every single day and each and every single week. And we look forward to continuing to walk in the Spirit and eat from the tree of life that allows for our fruits to bear the ripest righteous taste for ourselves, for our planet, for the love and light that is within us, and to continue to keep growing and expanding in our loving awareness, and to keep expanding our horizons, and to keep expanding beyond the field and deeper into sacred world. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back with another one. May the force be with you. Goodbye. Till next